Alrighty, we were messing around. We were using the Unity Asset Store. I'm going to show us how to use Tilemaps. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the... Oh, I deleted a canvas. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to delete the physical components of my level. And I'm going to redraw my level using the tile map. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to start by right-clicking, and I'm going to create a 2D object tile map rectangular, and it creates this grid. I'm going to make three tile maps. I'm going to make background. I'm going to rename this as, gameplay, game. I'm going to call this main. And main is going to be the platforms I walk on. So to this tile map, I'm going to add a collider. I'm going to give it a tile map collider. And then I'm going to name this, rename foreground. And the layers should be based on that. So the foreground should be in front, so I'll give it on layer 3, actually. Main is layer 0. Background will be layer -3. So the foreground will be in front of everything. The background will be behind everything. Now I can start painting using some of the assets I used. I can click Window. I can go to my 2D tile palette, and I can start painting using these tiles from my game. So for my main, I will grab this ground, and I will do a line of ground here. And I can very quickly draw out very complicated, cool levels using this tile map feature. This is how most 2D games draw their levels. So this is my main layer. So this layer I could walk on. I'm having some technical difficulties here. There's a collider on something that I can't see. Let's see what I'm bumping into. Also, it's main. I should make this the ground layer so that I can jump on it. And I can very quickly make this cool level. That's great. I can switch from main. I can go to background, and I don't have as much stuff to use as the background. Let's just use this neutral green color, just because actually, you know what? Let's bring in something to use as a background. Let's grab something from Pixel 2D. Let's use this tile. Let's see if it works. That did not work, but I can't change it. Oh, no. So I have to actually edit my palette now. Toggle visibility of the toggle palette edit. So I'm editing my palette, and I'm just going to find a way to erase that. There we go. I used the eraser tool to erase that tile. That tile was very broken. Let me see if I could find a different tile I can use. Terrain. These tiles look cool. You know, let's do what I was originally going to do. Let's just use this neutral gray. I'm going to go to background. I'm going to go to the paintbrush. Oh, I erased it. Oh, there it is. I don't want to be tile editing anymore. Okay, and I'm just going to use this neutral green tile as my background. And for this, it would be faster to just take a single game object and draw it in. But that's fine. Actually, you know what? I will paint my tile palette. So if I do toggle tile palette edit, I can draw a big chunk of these into my tile palette. And then I can select them with my paintbrush, and I can paint a bigger background at once. This is not the most effective way to draw the background, though. I'm just showing us tile palette editing. And then in my foreground, I might add, this little fence right here. And maybe I could add a couple of these fences to my map in different places. and those will just sit in front of my character. I can do those roses and grasses as well. So we saw me do something similar in a different level. This should be on the ground layer. But you could definitely see how on my main layer, if I was to draw out this level, I could create levels really quickly. We don't want to create levels really quickly. We want to create nice, detailed, beautiful levels. But it's just another tool to make beautiful, detailed levels at a faster speed. That should not be on the main layer. That should be on the back or foreground, actually, for flowers. Let's put flowers on the foreground. I could put some background flowers behind these fences, though. And let's do grass. Let's do a layer of grass in the foreground as well. Why not? That piece of grass is floating. I'll take my eraser and I'll erase that grass. Seems great. Okay, now this could be another level that I designed using these tools. Obviously, you guys would spend more time on it. I spent 5 minutes, and I made this level. Oh, I replaced the background with these flowers. That's my bad. I actually should not have done that one. But yeah, and then I can also add in some, non-tiled decorations. So if I wanted to grab some of these trees, for example, I could still throw these in without using the tiles. So the tiles are great, but they're not mandatory. You don't have to use them. So I can find art assets and I can make beautiful, beautiful levels. That's the idea. This was Tilemaps, quick little 6-minute video. The other one was sound effects and the asset store in general. Yeah, you guys can make beautiful things. You guys have until November 6th. Let me check the date again. November 7th, actually, is the last day to complete this project. On November 7th, we are all going to... Actually, some of us only have November 6th. And even on those last days, we're going to go into Unity and we're going to publish our games. We're going to do that by clicking... Well, I'll make a whole separate video for publishing, but